Hey, what's up everyone, it's me, SpeedSuperSonic, bringing you guys another video. And in this video today, we are talking about Sonic Movie 3. We are officially in that season, ladies and gentlemen, now that the second movie is out. We're finally getting some word from people who have worked on the second movie and who are going to be working on the upcoming stuff, potentially, about where this franchise will be going in future installments. Even though I think Sonic Movie 3 comes out after the Knuckles show, we already have some word on Sonic Movie 3. Once again, even though the movie is confirmed, we don't have a director yet, we don't have any writers yet, even though it's assumed that the people who've worked on the previous movies will in fact return, but once again I have to wait and see if that happens. But as of right now, we have some details on a character that I know you all are very excited about, and I know it's already in the thumbnail and the title because I'm just gonna state this outright. I think we're now in open season for spoilers and talking about Sonic Movie 2 spoilers openly. The movie's been out for almost a month now. If somehow you haven't seen the movie, it's kind of harsh, but it's kind of your fault. The only real reason I feel like it's okay to talk about this now is because people who are actually working on the movie are talking about spoilers openly in interviews and stuff like that, and it's been highly publicized. So we're now able to talk about Shadow the Hedgehog, the amazing little man he is. I found this plush of him in my garage. It's like an old Tommy plush. This little guy right here. Look at him. He's so cute. As I'm sure you all know, Shadow the Hedgehog was in the post-credit scenes of the Sonic Movie 2. I've made a few videos where I've talked about it in terms of what I want to see in the Sonic Movie 3, and also, so I talked a little bit about it in my spoiler discussion, but today is a full-on Shadow video because we're not going off of simply that post-credit scene. One of the writers for the Sonic Movie 2, Pat Casey, he actually talked about Shadow the Hedgehog in a recent interview. He gives some details on the characters and what we can expect from him, his relationship with the others, and it gives us a hint as to which storyline they're taking and all of that stuff. It is very exciting. Yes, this is official. This is from Pat Casey himself. So without any further ado, here are some of the details on Shadow's character. He's a match for Sonic, but with such a different personality. And unlike Knuckles, who sort of just misled, Shadow is driven by anger and revenge. I almost feel Sonic when he encounters Shadow. He's like, well, I'll just teach him about the power of friendship like with Knuckles. Bada bing, bada boom, but that's not going to work on Shadow, you know? Sonic's never had to deal with someone as emotionally damaged as Shadow. That entire quote sent shivers down my spine. I was hissing, screaming everywhere. If you guys didn't watch those videos where I've talked about Sonic Movie 3 and upcoming things I'd like to see from the character of Shadow, make sure that you're subscribed to the channel in order to stay up to date on all of these discussions. You need the context. You guys know how much this character means to me. Shadow the Hedgehog is my favorite Sonic the Hedgehog character, and I think it's one of the most vulnerable, emotional, and well-told character arcs in the entire series. Not just like a couple games. No, I think like there's never been anything quite like it. Gamma is like the only thing that comes relatively close. And no, it's not because they die at the end. That's not the reason. It's just he's done so well. I love the character of Shadow. I'm sure you guys love the character of Shadow, and I want to see that character treated right. And in those videos I said they need to get Shadow right. That you can't mess Shadow up or else you're gonna have an issue with me, and I will come to your house and there will be problems. One of the most vivid things I remember saying was that they can't repeat the Knuckles arc. You can't have that happen. You can't have Sonic's relationship with Shadow mirror Sonic's relationship with Knuckles because they're two very different characters, Knuckles and Shadow. Knuckles becomes Sonic's friend. Shadow is not really ever been that, even if some people want to think so. Shadow is also very different emotionally from Knuckles, and I said it'd be incredibly repetitive if they just did Knuckles again, but with Shadow. I would have hated that. And we're basically getting confirmation right away that that is not going to be the case. Shadow is an incredibly emotionally damaged character, not only in the external media, but Pat Casey is saying that Shadow will be incredibly emotionally damaged. We all know reasons why Shadow was emotionally damaged. He had his best friend Maria Robotnik killed basically right in front of him. He had horrible things happen to him on the Space Colony arc. And once again, we're not sure how accurate the third movie will be to that original storyline, but simply him being emotionally damaged and him being driven by revenge makes everything perfect for me with this character already, and I'm incredibly excited to see where this goes. Even Sonic being nice to Shadow, even him imposing a superpower of friendship or whatever, that is not going to work. He does not care about anything. He just wants revenge on the world that took the only real thing that he had away from him. This is literally all I could have asked for. That's all I really want from the Shadow the Hedgehog character. There's still a lot of question marks around the character though still. Even in this quote, it leaves up a lot of info that you're like, huh, I wonder where they're going to take that part in particular. I am interested in seeing how Shadow will be brought into the picture, because with Knuckles it was like via Robotnik, and like he said in the quote, Knuckles was very misled. But Shadow in the games, not only is Maria killed by Gun, which was 50 years ago, in the movies, Gun is formed in present day after Sonic Movie 1. So Maria couldn't have been killed by them. Maybe the US military plays into that, we're not really sure. I'm interested in seeing if they will pull the Maria arc, and I know there's a lot of conversation around how are they going to do that, and if they will even do that about killing a young girl in a kids movie that I'm assuming will be PG like the past two movies have been. Will they show her getting her brains blown out? No. But I think it will be heavily implied that she is killed, kind of in a similar way to Shadow the Hedgehog. I don't think it's that absurd that they would pull that. There have been pretty tough things in these movies, and as someone who's watched a lot of movies, some PG movies get away with a whole lot of stuff. I just don't think they could show her actually getting killed, but being heavily implied. So I do think they will do the Maria arc. I do think they will cast a Maria, they will cast a Gerald. It's just that they probably won't show her actually get domed in the head. Now that, you can't do. Just knowing that Patrick Casey and the people who make these movies understand these characters and how they work and how they act makes me very excited. Even though I really liked Knuckles' character and I liked Tails in the movie, I'm always a little worried going into it. I'm like not one of those people who is like, it needs to be like the source material, you need to do this, you need to do that, because I think like, give me something new please. But on the other hand, you're like, okay, take your creative liberties, but let's see how you do so. Just like Sonic and just like Knuckles, I think this has the potential to be the best interpretation of this character we've had, and that's a much taller task to order than a Knuckles, for instance, who's basically been butchered almost his entire run as a character. Shadow has had a lot of really great stories, in particular SA2, Sonic 06. He's even had some good runs in TV shows like Sonic X. This is a character who's been done right before, so it's kind of hard to top certain interpretations, but this is a movie and it's being done by very competent people and it's a full-on story, so there's no gameplay and there's no shortcuts that will be taken. This is a full-fledged movie that I think will pay tribute to this character in a very special way, especially how it's being described here. I'm sure, as you guys can tell, and like I've said a million times, I love this character Shadow so much, and I'm so excited to see him in Sonic Movie 3. That description that we just took a look at makes me so incredibly excited. My fear is just that after getting these characters screwed up so much in other media that they're not going to get them right, but I think that's just a fear I can erase with the Sonic movie franchise, because it seems they just get it and they care, which is really nice to have. So yeah, that's all I could really ask for. An emotionally damaged Shadow the Hedgehog driven by anger and revenge, whose Sonic's tactics can't work and it won't mirror Knuckles at all, so that makes me incredibly hyped. But I want to know what you guys think of what Patrick Casey had to say. Are you looking forward to seeing Shadow in the third movie? Does this match what you want to see from the character? Let me know in the comment section down below. I'd love to know what you guys have to say. Feel free to follow my social media, links to my Twitter and Instagram are in the description below. You can follow this when scenes like in my life, future content, and all things Sonic the Hedgehog. But most importantly, if you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. This is the #1 destination on YouTube for all things Sonic. We talk about video games, TV shows, movies, comic books, merchandise, and more. Like I said, this movie's been announced for a little bit, and I'm sure production will be getting underway kind of soon. There still isn't a director or any writers attached right now. It's just greenlit. Still waiting for the films to open up in foreign markets and for the final box office numbers to come in, but I'm sure we'll be getting some actual Sonic Movie 3 news sometime this year. So to stay up to date on all things Sonic Movie 3, in addition to all the other amazing Sonic stuff coming out later this year, like Frontiers and Origins and Prime, this is the spot to be. We cover it all. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.